So we are back with another Divinity 2020 walkthrough guide video. So last time we prayed at the altar of Amadia, the altar of Xantessa, the god of imps, and Tursendilius, the god of elves. So real quick here, we are at the altar to Ralik. We did some combat off screen, just some little trash mobs. We had some paladins, magisters, black ring here. So got rid of them. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to this altar. We're going to pray there. Now, Thane has the human tag, because even though technically he's not human, the game recognizes him as human because they didn't want to put in a whole separate tag that only Thane would use. So he's listed as human, so you can pray at that altar just fine. Now, from that altar, we are going to go southeast a little bit, and there should be a waypoint right there. Just so we can fast travel back over here later on, because over here, this is the cave where the guy that Alexander wants us to fight and kill is at. And also, if we go right here and head south, it's the Black Ring Trader Camp, so it's a convenient waypoint to have. But we're not going to stay here. We're going to actually go to the beach, and from the beach, we're going to head north quite a bit until we get over here. We also, off-screen, killed some Black Ring that were up here, over by this little water vortex thing. So when you kill these Black Ring, the person manipulating that water dies, and then the water over here blocking off this temple recedes. So we can actually go into that temple now. Now, if in Act 1, you remember the Houndmaster fight, there's a Magister Dolores being interrogated by the Houndmaster. If you didn't kill him, he'll be right up here in Act 3, and he can help you out a little bit. He's not very strong at this stage of the game. I think he's like level 14, I want to say, when you get here. So if you wanted max experience by the end of the game, yeah, save him in Act 1 and kill him here. But at this point, we're not going to get a new level out of it, but in Act 1, we got to get to level 9 prior to leaving the act. So I thought it was more advantageous to kill him in Act 1, so he is not here currently. We're just going to kill this guy real quick because it's one little alligator. Not going to take too much time, and I don't want to forget about it and miss out on the XP later, so I'm going to do it right now. I don't know why I thought Throdos would kill. He's got no geomancy points or intelligence. Okay. So we got that guy out of the way, and head on into the Temple of Vrogir, or Vrogir's Enclave. It's Temple of Vrogir. Alright, so real quick on the map here, if you'll notice there's this little island not attached to anything else. That is almost always going to be a surefire sign that there's something up there you're going to want to get. Now it's sort of hidden, sort of not in this case. I say it's sort of hidden because it's not in like a container, it's not something you find with wits, it's in a purged corpse. So if you click the purged corpse, you will find an ancient key, and that key is going to help us open up a door in just a minute here. So we're going to come over this way now into the temple. And if you notice, there's a bunch of pressure plates on the ground, and these guys have like a bunch of spears and arrows and stuff in their dead body. So that is because this whole area is booby-trapped. So I'm just going to do that, clear out any traps that might be in front of us there. And it did take down almost, we have 9 left, almost all of our magic armor. So they are like decently powerful traps. If you notice, this thing is circled by these little things right there. If you step on one of these pressure plates, they all shoot out arrows everywhere. Those ones aren't as damaging, but I'm pretty sure they do piercing damage based on the way, yeah. And if you just stand still for a second, your characters should get off the pressure plates unless you directly clicked on them, which you shouldn't be doing. And they'll avoid pressure plates and traps that have been seen by them. So right over here, we got this lever. If you take a closer look at the lever, you'll notice a small slot, and that's where that key we grabbed earlier goes, and it lets us open that up. We're not going to go in there just yet, because over here is the shrine, the altar to Vrogir, the god of orcs. And again, since we can't actually be an orc, just like the Xantessa one with the imps, I'm pretty sure any race can pray here. I don't think there's any big thing. Yeah, we can... I'm just gonna go through, because I think, yeah, if you accept it, you get cursed. Which isn't a big deal, because you can just bless yourself, be uncursed. Now I'm using the mod where a bedroll will give me a source, just because it saves time. It's a big quality of life improvement, and I have 95 out of the 97 achievements, so I don't care if they get disabled by a time-saving perk, or add-on workshop mod, that's the word I'm looking for. And even if you don't have it, though, the source you need to bless yourself is right there anyway, so it's not too big a deal to just let him do the thing, get you cursed. I don't remember if you still get the XP if you refuse him. I think you have to let the gods do their thing at those altars to get the experience. As far as getting the achievement with that, I don't remember if you have to let them curse you with all the stuff. And then over here, I believe it's this corpse here that has it. Yes, you get the Knight of Rogir boots. They're okay if you're getting a strength-based character. They're not great, because normally your boots, as you can see is mine on the right, you can normally get wits, and I think wits is just better all around to get on gear. But if what strength boots, those are the only ones in the game, I think. That give plus strength, not the only strength boots in the game. Yeah, and there's really nothing crazy to write home about in here. You get the unique boots in this area, and you pray to the altar in the other area. That's about it. So let's see. We've now done 5 out of the 7 gods. Pray to their altar. So we're going to go back to where we set our red teleporter pyramid. Alright, so she's just saying that because she notices the Shadow Prince over there. We are actually going to just completely avoid the Shadow Prince for the time being. Actually, let's do it this way. Let's have Fane sneak over here. You know what? Let's do that first. While we're here, and while we're not going to be fighting him right now, we're going to be sneaking around this way, because the altar to Zoroastissa, the lizard god, is right over here. So yeah, let's pickpocket him. Actually, hold on. Just to make this safer. Not necessarily quicker, but it'll make it safer. I don't think that was white when I dropped it. There we go. So now we're just going to click this, go to green. Alright, so he's just kind of singing the song that I think mind controls Sabile. Not sure why he's doing that at the moment. So the reason we're pickpocketing the Shadow Prince right now is because he has a unique item. It's a ring. Right here. The Shadow Prince's signet. It is a ring that gives plus thievery, 3 finesse, and 3 wits. Very good ring. Unfortunately, it's level 16 and we're at 17, but I'm still going to wear it probably till 18 or 19 just because 3 wits, 3 finesse, that's going to be really good for any rogue or ranger type player. Now, I should have equipped the thievery gear, but I'm not too worried about it. I'm just going to take the ring, the source orb, and then green means go. Get out of here. I wanted to pick that up. I didn't want to use it. There we go. And then we should be out of his detection range. So we're going to head back over here. We're going to equip Fane's shape-shifting mask. I'm going to put this like over here just so I remember which hat it is. And we are going to turn into a lizard, because we don't have one in the party. And we're going to have the lizard pray to Zoroastissa. Just one your way through, and you should be all set. And then just re-equip the old hat. And then have these guys teleport back over here, regroup. And then there is a cave down here. I think you get some exploration XP for going into the cave. There's some the Guanapier guinea pig mushrooms in here. Yeah. So you can use those to make some fire resistance potions if you want. Over here, yep. You're going to want to get your pet pal person here, which we've still got that on Iphon. And then we're going to talk to this guy. So he, if you remember in Act 1, there was a crab who was also a sorcerer. And he is hunting sorcerers, which if you've played Divinity Original Sin 1, you'll get why a little bit. But he's looking for her. And let's see. Yeah, reveal yourself to also be a sorcerer. And then he'll start to fight you. And he turns into a giant crab, which is... I thought it was funny first time I saw it, just because I really did not expect it. But he permanently has mending, so it says 91 armor. I feel like he's got to be restoring more than that every turn. But he's also weak to fire, which is... we don't have an empty slot. I was going to learn another fire attack with Feign and use that to get him down, but whatever, it's fine. So we are just going to start attacking him. He's not really that big a threat, especially if you're at level 17 or 18, and he's only at 16. Yeah, so he's barely dealing any damage at all there. Like, our magic armor barely budged. Alright, and we got that crab out of the way. Alright, so now, because of the Zoroastissa altar, the only one we have left is the Temple of Duna, which is going to be by this waypoint here, the Lunar Gate. If you remember, whoops, wrong direction. From the Lunar Gate, we're going to go up this way, south. We had the Watcher over here tell us that she wanted us to take care of the Knight of Duna in there, that he had been corrupted and all that. So either, turn him away from whatever is corrupting him, or just kill him. Either one works for her. I think we're going to kill him. I think that actually gives more experience. But there's an interesting mechanic in here. These little granite protectors, they do opportunity attacks on you. They don't actually start combat. They just opportunity attack you if you get close to them. And it slows you every time they deal any kind of damage. Just slows you. It's kind of interesting. Even the reflected one there. Now, I'm attacking this one right now because I don't remember if killing these guys gives you experience or not. And I just want to test it out. Okay, it does not give you experience for killing those guys. We're going to grab the Eternal Plate over there. Nice. Check out whatever's in here. Not much. Okay. So, in order to get through this nice and quick, we're going to take advantage of our wings again, because we can just do our little jump a bunch. I don't know why Feign is removed, but I had Ifen moving up there. Alright. If you have Beast in your party, he'll get his little hat up here. I forget what he named the hat, but he named the hat. Alright. So these things will shoot out poison balls, and they're kind of staggered. So it's like this one's here, and this one lines up to be like right here-ish. Doesn't really look like it from there, but I know they're staggered. So when these guys slow you when you're walking through, it actually does add up a bit with the amount of damage that they end up doing to you. So the goal is fly, Phoenix dive, fly, and be out of here. We don't even need the second fly. We'll just do it like that. And then these guys will teleport back in. And now you can rechain. That's an effective way to use teleport pyramids in short distance. I'm going to save it here. I don't remember the best way to maximize your XP here, but at this stage of the game, if you're at level 17 upon arriving at this island, if you just do everything, you'll get to, I think, 19 by the end of the island. And you can only hit 21 by the end of the final act. So you're not going to be able to squeeze out enough to get to 22. Like, you get to 21 in, like, 10% or something. Like, you can't get to 22 unless you mod it. At which point, you can get to whatever level you want. I think 50 is the cap, but I know it gets buggy after 30. But, yeah, you can get to whatever level you want if you mod it. Alright, so we got the Altar to Duna there, so we're going to shapeshift into a dwarf again. But we've got the Knight of Duna over here. Again, I don't remember if killing him and all these guys gives you more XP, or if persuading him gives you more XP, but it's quicker to persuade him. So that's what I'm going to do here. So he's kind of losing his mind. So you can just go through, and then when you get to your persuasion, any of them will work. Again, they'll work if you have a high enough persuasion. Not they'll automatically work. So Ifen, I have 5 persuasion on him. So he ends up killing himself. You get 50,000 XP for that. Let's see, we got 860,000 right there, right? Yeah, so it's a decent chunk of XP. I forget if you get anything extra for killing him, but that is a good enough amount of XP for me to not care to spend the time killing him. If you guys want to kill him, see how much experience you get, and then reload, see which one is better, go for it. At this point, though, I'm not too concerned with it. And then turn into a Dwarf Prey, get your 20,000 XP there. If you're going for the achievement for getting all of the altars prayed to, then you should have gotten it with that one if you've been following along on this video and the last video. So that was all 7 altars. So from here, let's get, where is it? Right there. So from here, we had the elf temple over here, and Alexander's up there. He wants us to kill a guy in a cave right about here-ish. So the cave is this area here that's not actually like accessible. You got to enter the cave right there. So we're gonna go in there, kill the Salaman, leader of the Black Ring. We're also gonna kill the Shadow Prince over here. Those will probably be on one combat showcase video, so I'm not gonna be showing it on right now. Over here is a like backdoor entrance to get into this academy. I can't tell you which little island over here gets you in. It's been a long time since I did that. Actually did it this way before I ever realized there was the intended way over here. But one of these things, I think it's one of these two, not sure, but they'll have a little like hole you could like dig through, or it might already have been dug up, and it'll just give you a backdoor entrance into the academy that's over here. Alright, we already killed these guys. You are going to want to check a cave over here on this little beach area. There's a unique item in there. It's going to give you +3 memory and 15 crit. It's a very nice sword, one-handed. My only issue with it is there's no cleave damage, so for the majority of builds I use that have single-handed swords, they really benefit from cleave damage because they're almost always using Master of Sparks. So since it doesn't, I'm not going to use it. I'll get it, sell it, but that's about it. So for the rest of the act, we have 2 combat videos, or 2 combat encounters that I'll post on one video. And then I'm going to walk you guys through in the next one on this playlist how to get into this temple. Alright, so I will see you guys next time.